What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, this is going to be a very special video, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a What's in My Box video, but we're going to be taking our time with this and kind of go through memory lane through not only just my character box, but you know, through the journey through the YouTube channel as well, because I started this channel when I was about pirate level like 60-ish. And you know, that was pretty much when the game first came out. It was within like the first month the game was out, and you know, I've had a lot of fun with One Piece Treasure Cruise since it's come out, and it's grown a lot as well. The community has grown, the actual game itself has grown, and still to this day I love this game so much. And it's awesome that we get to share this game with each other, with the really vast community that we have. And in today's video, I've reached pirate level 600. So if you guys saw my recent stream a couple of days ago, I was trying to reach pirate level 600. I was like 599, trying to grind up that EXP, trying to get to 600. We're finally here now, and someone actually mentioned, I don't remember who it was, I can't honestly remember, but someone mentioned that they would like to see a What's in My Box video for like a commemorative thing for pirate level 600. So I guess that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. You know, as we mentioned, we're going to be going through the character box and you know, just going through, you know, how this journey has gone in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So let's go ahead and get into it. So as you can see at the start, I don't have the Luffy at the start, and the reason why I don't have that is because I actually pulled a Gear 2 Luffy, like a little bit down the road. You can see on the third line there, we actually pulled the Luffy. At the time, I only had Bazooka Luffy. I hadn't evolved him into Gear 2, and then that was during the time of the Gear 3, like the new Straw Hat Suger Fest, you know, with Tal Nami, Mr. Prince, Stream of Sword Zoro, all those characters, Gear 3, and during that specific event that was out, I actually did some pulls, and I ended up getting the GOAT Gear 3. Now, he's not that great nowadays, and you can see the cotton candy they have on him. It's just an absolute joke, but I pulled Gear 3, and that was awesome. We pulled him on my 4th pull of that actual event, and that's why I fed my Bazooka Luffy to the Gear 2 Luffy. I just didn't need him anymore, because I already had the evolved unit, and that is the same unit that this one is now, being the 5+ Luffy, so that is pretty cool. The original Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp are all the same. They're all the same units. Nami, I believe, is the same one, keeping her as the Mirage Tempo, so you can use that really cool ability to negate int damage, of course, so that was really awesome. I was farming for Zeph at the very beginning of the game, got him. I think it took me about 60-ish runs for me to actually get Chef Zeph, so that was quite a grind, but we finally did get him after a lot of runs. And I don't remember if this is definitely not Fortnite Smoker. I think I actually farmed for the story mode Smoker at the time, because the Fortnite one wasn't out yet. So I think or I might have pulled him. He might have been available in the rare recruits. Yeah, I think I pulled him in the rare recruits, so that was a thing as well. But then as I mentioned, we did pull Gear 3, which was awesome. Really happy about that. At the time when he came out, like, he dominated, like, everything for a very long time. I'd say he was probably the best unit in the game up until about the version 1 Rayleigh Sugo Fest. Because even when Whitebeard came out, Whitebeard was a good legend on his release, but still, that threshold being under 30% for you to actually start doing damage was pretty bad. And that's probably the reason why this guy was as good for as long as he was. He was such an amazing unit at the time. And still, Ashura Zora was really good at the time as well. Like, I think my main team at around this time before Gear 3 was probably Ashura Zora Double Dex team, or the fighter team with Chef Zeph. Very solid unit. But then we move on. We have the release of the Whitebeard Sugo Fest. I don't remember how many pulls I did, but I didn't get anything great. We got the Marco there. We've got the Shanks as well. He was really good on his release as well. We have the Usopp, the Impactile Usopp, and Izo and stuff like that. And then we had Raid Mihawk. Obviously, Raid Mihawk was really good on his release. He's still, like, pretty good these days. 30% health cut is still amazing. So yeah, we got Mihawk there. And we scrolled through. We got Monster Chopper. We got Kobe Mappo. And it did take me a long while to get my first legend. It took me to pirate level 240 to get my very first legend in One Piece Treasure Cruise. So there's a lot of units before we actually get to a 6-star character. We had Raid Garp through here. Some of the old rare recruits, you Rogue, X-Drake, Hawkins, V-Star. Then you had the Fortnite units. You had Fortnite Rob Lucci. Story mode Crocodile, really funny with him. I actually dropped him on my 3rd run of the story mode. Was able to get him very quickly. So I was excited about getting him to drop, because I know a lot of people were farming him at the time. And at the time, like, he was a really good unit. Like, even look at this. Like, 1380 attack is really good for back in the day. And he was really good for slasher teams. You know, Mihawk captain with this guy on there was fantastic. Worked really well. You had Fortnite Kaku as well. He's really nice. We actually dropped Crocodile before we dropped Fortnite Kaku. That's actually crazy. We've got the Fortnite Frankie. There's some more rare recruit pulls here. Miss Valentine. We have Miss Doublefinger, who was droppable from story mode. Then we got Eustace Kid, we got Djembe, Mr. Tubon Clay, who I didn't drop from story mode. I actually had to pull him. I actually did farm quite a lot for that unit and still didn't get him to drop. Then we had Kuma as well. Kuma's pretty cool. Apu, you know, some really old school stuff here. Old school stuff. Stream with Sword Zoro. Fortnite Perona was amazing on her release. Really solid unit, 90% damage reduction. It's still really good to this day. Really solid. You got the Fortnite Halloween units, Raid Blackbeard, and look, all these units have come out, and I still didn't have a legend at this point. So mainly Mihawk was like my go-to team. Like my Mihawk team was probably my best team that I had up until this time. Then we had story mode NL. I think it took me about 20 runs to drop NL, and then I really wanted to get the second crocodile. This other crocodile took 2 additional runs to get. So in total, I did 5 runs on that crocodile story mode and dropped 2 crocodiles. That was crazy. A lot of people were really upset with me about that, but you know, you can't really control that stuff. You can't really control it. Finally pulled the quick ace. That took me a really long time to get. And then we go to the Raid Doflamingo, which came out on New Year's, I believe, 2016 New Year's. So moving from 2015 to 2016, Doflamingo came out. The best raid boss in the game, hands down at that point. Amazing unit. Like, still really used these days as well. Like, it is a really good unit. And then we have Shanks, okay? And now we have Strong-Willed Shanks. Okay, let's go again. This is not good. This is not good. Come on, please. At least one new unit would be great. Please. Oh my god! 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 Oh my god, what the heck? Yo, we freaking did it, guys. We freaking did it. Pirate level 240, and this is my first legend. Holy damn, son. Oh my god. Moving on from Shanks, we have our squad as well. We have Raid NL, so that was annoying as well. That was a big thing that a lot of people were pissed off about, is the fact that we had Raid Doflamingo, which came out on New Year's, and then 2 weeks later, with no double skill up coming between Doflamingo and NL, we had Raid NL come out, and that was really annoying to deal with, because with Raid NL, you pretty much needed Doflamingo to be maxed in order to effectively farm him. So at the time, I just farmed a copy and then waited for the re-release of him in order to farm him up. But yeah, Raid NL is still a solid unit. And then we have Strong-Willed Ace. We really want to try and get a unit that we don't have. At least one unit out of these 4 pulls. If we don't have it, I'll be pretty happy. So let's see what we get here. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Yo, guys, oh my god! We got freaking ace! Following ace, we were just moving along here. We have some of the rare recruits here. So now we move on to the revolutionary units as well. We got Ivankov, we have Koala, and we've got some other units here. And then we have the brand new Free Spirit Sabo. I'm random them out. We're not going to do too many, but we want to make sure. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god, who is it? Oh my god! Oh my god, I am so done. And it looks like I actually dropped the Strength Kaku. This is the story mode one as well. And Quick Lucci, who was awesome to get. Quick Lucci was amazing at the time. Then we got some more recruits here. We got Jabba as well along the way. So yeah, this was around the time of the Sabo Free Spirit meta. So this is when the new classes were starting to be introduced into the game. And then we move along here. What have we got? What do we got? We got the story mode. So this is Thriller Bark story mode, of course. We got both of the Gecko Morias. I farmed pretty heavily to get both of these characters. I haven't really used them since I've actually dropped them, but we still know that, you know, it's still good to have these kind of characters, you know. Fortnite Calgara. Then we have Ray Duval. And then we have the beautiful Boa Hancock. What we get with our first pull, hopefully something decent. Oh my god! What is it? Oh yes! Holy shit! And this was actually released on the Driven Suger Fest, so we've got Caesar Clown, we've got Giola and stuff like that as well. We have Buffalo, so yeah, this is around the time that the Driven meta was coming in. I believe we pulled, yeah, so Sabo, the one I pulled Sabo was on the Cerebral Suger Fest. And then obviously a little earlier we had the Ivankov on the Free Spirit Suger Fest. So then we got the Driven stuff, and then we move on past the Driven stuff. I believe there was Powerhouse related stuff soon. But then we move on to a really cool time in my account where I think it was the Fujitora Suger Fest. When Fujitora Suger Fest came out, like a lot of people were really excited for it. Fujitora came out, he was plus 50 cotton candy when you pulled him, and I was really excited for it. And we had a crazy Suger Fest. First of all, we pulled Doflamingo. Next unit. Oh my god, we got a red! Oh my god! Yeah! Woo! Following that, we did a Suger Fest versus Clash with my boy Djembe, and my god, that was the most insane set of single pulls I have ever done in my account, where we pulled Crocodile. Alright, second pull underway, it's gonna be... Oh, the red! Oh my god! Oh my god! Fuck. Oh, Crocodile! Oh my god! My boy! Oh my god, no way! And on top of that, we also pulled Legend Marco as well in the same video. Alright, third pull underway is gonna be... Another raid! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Are you fucking serious?
Marco! Oh my god! No way! Oh!
I knew...
And then moving right along, you know, we got Red Recruit Treble here. Still a pretty decent unit overall. Khalifa is a pretty nice unit to have, although kind of power crept with Legend Robin, I guess, in certain instances. And then the Colosseum was first released, so we got Colosseum Rogue, Colosseum Rebecca. I don't even think, have I maxed Rebecca? Yeah, I haven't even maxed Rebecca yet. I maxed Rogue, which is awesome. I don't think I've used him since I've actually maxed him out. Then the Strongwood units came out. The Strongwood units released were very significant for a lot of people, especially me, where I had Strongwood Ace, and he really needed that shooter support. And finally getting our hands on Usopp, getting our hands on Frankie, and we pulled both of them in the first multi-pull that we did on the Strongwood Suger Fest. It was insane. I was so content with that Suger Fest. We actually pulled a duplicate Strongwood Ace in that Suger Fest as well. So even if I didn't have Ace, that Suger Fest probably would have been one of my best Suger Fests ever, just overall, in terms of what that kind of netted me for my account. So that was pretty cool. Then we got some more Colosseum units here. We have the Smoker and the Hina, and then we had the release of Zephyr, of course. That was very significant for all global players. We weren't too sure on the future of these units, but we were glad to know that, you know, these units were coming. So Zephyr is a great addition to the global side of things. We had the Kaku, who is a really good unit right now with his limit break, really good with Hody Jones teams. Leo is fantastic. Raid Shiki, when he first came out, was extremely difficult to take down. Moving on though, Colosseum Hawkins, Colosseum Wiper, Colosseum Mr. 7, and we had the story mode Brook and stuff like that as well. Colosseum Kid came out. We've got the Baccarat and the Guild Tesoro, so this was around the Film Gold related events. Colosseum Ace as well. We had Colosseum Kobe. So yeah, it's been a little while now since I've actually pulled a new legend character. So there was a very substantial amount of time. You can see here, still no legend pull, still no legend pull. Raid Kizaru came out. So this is now the start of 2017 right now, because we had Raid Kizaru came out in January of 2017 for global. So our legend was Marco. So this was when Fujitora came out. So this was like reasonably late 2016, I think it was. And then we had Raid Kizaru, as I mentioned, for January of 2017. And then we're getting into the anniversary. So for the anniversary, you guys know how crazy the 2017 anniversary was. We had the time skip Luffy Suger Fest, and we pulled Cavendish initially on that Suger Fest. Yes! Woo! Yes! Woo! Yes! 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 Okay, that is dope. New red, new legend. Yes, Cavendish, dude. And then we also pulled the man himself, time skip Luffy. He was amazing. I just love this unit so much. What is it? What is it? Ah! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! We got him! No way! We got him! Oh! Holy shit! And we pulled a couple of other rare recruits as well. You know, we got the new Sanji and stuff like that. Like, this batch was actually a pretty good batch at the time. Like, really solid. Log Luffy, I didn't actually record my summon for Log Luffy, because after I pulled time skip Luffy, I like did a multi-pull like later that night, and I ended up pulling him as well, which was also a new legend. It just really is a shame that I didn't pull him when he was, you know, in his prime, because by the time time skip Luffy had come out, like, Log Luffy was pretty much dead at that point. So, you know, he was just kind of dead for me right there. And then we also had Rob Lucci, the strength Rob Lucci as well. This Suger Fest rare is going to be awesome. Here it is, here it is. Lucci! Okay, yo, that is a new character. New character. Yo, that is dope. That is dope. And then we finally pulled the Int Robin as well, man. I was so excited to finally pull this unit. Like, this is one of the OG units. Look at that ID number, 210. This is one of the first units to ever come out in the game, and it took me up until the 2nd anniversary of the game to actually summon for this unit. Which is kind of crazy. Yes! You, like... It's finally over, dude! It's finally over! So, I'm really happy that I have her now. I don't think I've used her since I have pulled her, but still, it is nice to finally have, you know, one of those old units. Still on my account, I think the oldest rare recruit I don't have is the Quick Gladius from the original Doflamingo batch. I still don't have that unit for some unknown reason. Either way, you know, it is what it is. Raid Kainu came out straight after the anniversary as well, and so did Raid Sabo. Both of those units came out very close to Timeskip Luffy Suger Fest. I made a second Don Quixote Doflamingo because I believe it was Ambush Whitebeard that was out at the time, his first release on Global. Everyone was trying to get those evolution skulls. Even at the time, I didn't have Whitebeard himself. I still wanted to get my hands on one of those skulls, and those skulls are extremely rare to get a hold of. Moving on though, then we had the Buggy Suger Fest. That was an interesting Suger Fest, definitely. Let's get straight into it, guys. I don't know what to expect. I really don't know what to expect. Oh my god! Oh, we got Buggy! We got Buggy! We got Buggy! It had the plus! We got Buggy! We got Buggy! We got him! Oh my god! We got him! Holy shit! And moving on from Buggy Suger Fest, we move a little bit along, and you see we actually did end up getting a skull along the way. I don't remember what kind of event was out at the time, but we ended up getting a skull, so that was pretty cool. Colosseum Jozu is a really trash unit. Invasion Shanks, that was a good unit that came out. A lot of people were going crazy for Invasion Shanks. We went some hardcore farming when he was out. We have some more pulls along the way here. I don't remember what Suger Fest this was, but we pulled Speed Jira and Haruta. Both of those units are like not too bad. We had the Navy HQ Vice Admiral Onigumo, Timeskip Robin. Okay, so this was the Zoro Sugo Fest, and the big thing here was this unit here. Timeskip Brook is still to this day a very powerful unit, and he was one of the units that I really wanted to get a hold of, especially for my Timeskip Luffy team at the time. And it took me a large amount of multiples in order to get this unit, but we finally got him, so excited about that. Although since then I have pulled quite a lot of him, but you know, at the time he was probably one of the better rare recruits in the game, so he's awesome to get a hold of. Moving along, we got Colosseum Zephyr and stuff like that. So Colosseum Zephyr on his release, very powerful, still like not a bad unit, but just he's kind of overshadowed even on Japan with some of the units that they have now. Daruma, amazing unit. We have Colosseum Moria, Neo Mihawk, the first Neo Clash unit on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. He was pretty cool. It's funny how they announced him on Global first, but still Japan got him before Global. It's really weird situation. Moving on though, okay, so now we move on to Neo Clash Dofi, and we also pulled Kuzan 6+ on the V2 Law Sugo Fest from a free single pull.
Alright, let's go. 3, 2, 1, pull. Gold.
Red! Yo!
Does it have a plus?
Okiji! Let's go! Let's go! Yes!
Congrats, man.
Woo!
Oh.
Yes! On top of that, we actually pulled Zio in that Sugo Fest as well, so that's a really big thumbs up, definitely, for sure. Then we move along, Shirahoshi Sugo Fest came out, we ended up getting Neptune, we got Caribou, we got Charlie, I don't remember, who was the other unit? I think Fukaboshi was the other unit in this batch, and it took me a little bit to get him, actually. Race Up Sanji. So this was around the time of now Legend Inu Adachi, because I remember I got this unit when Inu came out, so I remember that specifically. We have the White Knight Cavendish, so this is the Evasion Cavendish, so cool, we're getting some more invasion units now on Global. We had the Colosseum Kinemon and Colosseum Kanjuro. That was a very exciting time on Global. We were waiting for our new Colosseum batch, and seeing those two on there, very excited for all Global players, because both of those units are pretty good. Not really so much nowadays, but at the time when they got released, very powerful units for Free Spirit Striker slasher teams. Really nice units. Along from that, we have Limited Rare Recruit Kid, who, you know, the first Limited Rare Recruit in the entire game coming out. Very powerful, still to this day, used a decent amount. I haven't used him in a while, to be perfectly honest, but still really powerful unit. And then we have the actual Necromamashi Cat Viper Suger Fest. That was a really big trap Suger Fest in my personal opinion. But we ended up getting a lot of good units. You know, we got Kanjuro, we got Carrot, of course, and then we got version 1 Rayleigh, one of the oldest legends in the game, and we finally got our hands on him on the Neko Suger Fest. What the heck? Oh my god! Rayleigh! Oh! Okay, that's new. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We got Pedro as well. We got Dosun, who's still actually, I think Dosun is a very underrated unit. Fukaboshi, which we finally got from the Shirahoshi bat. And then we got Intalk. I actually didn't record the Intalk pull because after doing the pulls for the Neko Suger, I think I did like 350 gems for that video. And I didn't really get that many good units overall. To my standard, I really would have preferred to get a lot more better units. So I ended up doing a couple multi-pulls off stream just because I was so triggered. I ended up getting Mihawk, so that was awesome. Unfortunately, I didn't actually record that specific one, and then I decided after that I would do one more multi-pull and I would record it and see what happens. And funnily enough, we got 2 brand new legends. The rate-ups on that Suger, except for Neko himself, we got V2 Law, and we also got Shirahoshi. Following that, we actually did get the Burundi World Colosseum, who was one of the ones that we were waiting for a decently long time. Really nice unit for shooters. Unfortunately, still shooters at this time were pretty bad. Strikers were definitely in their meta right at this time. Colosseum Ganfor as well, Colosseum Suleiman. Then we had Story Mode Hody, so we're moving on to Fishman Island Story Mode right now. Jesus Burgess, who I think I might have got off of a single pull somewhere. I don't remember when I pulled this unit. I think I might have just YOLO singled him. So, yeah, Jesus Burgess. Not really used that much, but still, new character, so you'll always take it. The Global First, Raid Rayleigh, was also very, very exciting on Global, along with Colosseum Gladius. He was a really nice unit too. Colosseum Olympus, still to this day, one of the most difficult Colosseums in the entire game. He just is unnecessarily difficult, and he isn't really that OP. He's not that good. He's a 2x all booster for strikers, but there has to be a certain amount of enemies, I think. 3 or there has to be 4, 5, or 6 enemies on the enemy side of the field to get a 2x all boost. So very weird type of character. And then we had the Blitz battle. So the first Blitz battle came out on Global, being the Admirals with you know, Akainu, Kizaru, and Aokiji, and the Chopperman mission Zoro. I think this unit is one of the most underrated units in the game. Very powerful free-to-play unit. Unfortunately, for people who did play past that Blitz battle or didn't farm the Blitz battle, they don't get their hands on this Zoro. Hopefully he comes to the race shop soon enough, because he's a very powerful unit, and for people that don't have him, it is really unfortunate because he helps out both slasher and driven teams, and he also partners really well with the new Treasure Map Cavendish on Global, because this can be like your third Psy unit to run on your driven team, so it does work very, very well. So it is unfortunate that not a lot of people can get access to that unless if they did play the Blitz battle itself. So this was actually the Magellan Suger Fest at the time, because Magellan actually released with the Admiral Blitz battle. So we ended up getting Suru, which was a new character. We got the new Djembe from the Magellan batch. And then we got memed very, very hard by the Sengoku meme. Alright, here it is. Oh my god, I can't actually believe it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's Sengoku.
Or Goku or Magellan.
I can't believe this shit.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
I can't believe it.
You should mod that guy.
Following the same Goku meme, we actually got our free legend pulls. Now, in that specific Blitz battle, we did get 4 legend pulls. And in that, we pulled 2 new legends. And at the time, these 2 new legends were the 2 newest legends on Global at the time. We got V2 Lucci. Amazing. He was 100% the #1 unit I wanted to get from my Blitz battle pulls, and we got him on the first pull. And then we also got our hands on the newest legend at the time, which was Magellan. Let's go ahead and see what we get. First one, it's a red! Let's see what it's gonna be. What's it gonna be? Yes! Yes! Quick! Lucci! Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Oh. The legend I wanted the most from that first pull. That is insane. Alright, next red poster is gonna be... Magellan! Yes! Oh yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Oh yes! Magellan! Yes! Okay. Magellan was actually pretty nice to use against the brand new Neo-rated Saber, which came out right after the Blitz battle. So yeah, he's a very solid unit. So hopefully if you guys haven't farmed the Neo-raids, make sure to farm them up, because some of them will be trusty characters for future maps on the treasure map. So they are really, really nice to have as well. We had the new race shop Corazon, who I don't use that often, but when you do need to use him, he's pretty useful, to be honest. And then we had the V2 Boa Suger Fest. So you guys who have been long-time viewers, you guys would know about this one. You know, we got trolled pretty hard on the Boa Suger Fest, you know, on the 9th multi-pool. You know, we got these new units. We got Marigold, who is actually 1 away from Rainbow. How much is Sandazoni away from Rainbow? We still need 2 and 3, so 5 more copies for her. But still, that was an extremely troll Suger Fest. Now, it says high chance. Is it going to be a high chance to get this Boa? Please, for the love of God. Please. Please. Please, 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 please. 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 So yeah, with that troll out the way, we've got our Ideo and Marco Colosseum units. We have Caesar, so we're moving on to Punk Hazard story mode now. And then we had the NL Suger Fest. The NL Suger Fest actually came out when I was in Japan. I was out in Japan with my 2 friends, Kobe and Dilba, and we were there for 2 weeks. And during that 2-week period, NL Suger Fest came out, and I did, I think, 1 multi-pull, and I ended up getting my hands on this Rob Lucci, the Dex Rob Lucci, who is a pretty solid unit overall, and also got our hands on Duval, who was also a new unit at the time, and Hajudin as well. 3 new units from a single multi, I'll definitely take it. Neo Kizaru also came out while I was in Japan as well, and I think that was about it. Oh yeah, and Colosseum Shiryu and McGuy also came out while I was in Japan as well. So a lot of stuff I got in Japan. So that was pretty cool while we were in Japan. And Hannibal, I don't remember where I pulled Hannibal. I might have gotten him from a single pull or something. I don't know why Hannibal is here. Then Neo Bellamy came out as well, the new Strength Bellamy. And then we got Psy Law. So Psy Law we actually pulled from a free pull. Technically, I don't know if you wouldn't consider it a free pull, but from the starter pack that we bought, you can buy the starter pack, get some gems, and you also get a single pull to get a legend from a select pool of legends. Now, literally, I think at the time, I was missing Law, and I think it might have been one other legend at the time. I don't remember who it was. But we ended up pulling him, so that was absolutely exciting. I was really excited to get him, I think because the announcement of 6+ Law was coming out. At the time, we didn't know it was actually for the Striker Law, but at the time, we were all really excited for Law to be getting a 6+. At the time, we didn't know if it was this one or the Striker one, but now we know that he actually does get a 6+ anyway, and that's really, really exciting for all players who actually did have him. A lot of people were getting really excited about Law getting a Super Evolution. But yeah, I was excited to get this unit. Honestly, he's not that amazing right now. We just got to wait for his 6+ to come to global, and he should be coming within a month or 2. So wait for that one. Law should be coming soon. But yeah, that was really exciting for me to pull this brand new unit. Law or Djembe would be amazing to get. So let's see what we get in this. Let's see what we get. It's a red. It's a red. Come on, Bato, Djembe, Law. Yes! No way! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I don't believe it. I actually don't believe it. You're kidding me. You're actually kidding me. Holy crap. Oh my god. Moving on, we also have Inu, Colosseum Inu, and Raid Fujitora. So Raid Fujitora came out on the Christmas Suger for Sanji and Gear 4. So this was around the New Year's time for Global. So at the end of 2017, start of 2018. So we've gone through a long period here. This is an extremely long video. If you guys are still here, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And now we're here at, I did a single pull, ended up pulling this brand new Sabo. I think it might have done a couple more single pulls and got the Law. I don't actually remember. Yeah, I think I did a ton of single pulls because I also pulled this brand new Aokiji who was on the limited rare recruit banner that came out around New Year's. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Ended up getting the 2 new wedding units, being Perona and Robin as well. While Zora came out, I think this was a unit that I really wanted to get because I believed it was going to help me for the Blitz battle against the Straw Hats. It didn't really help that much. I think I ended up using a different team. I ended up using V2 Lucci with a couple of other different units, but in theory, this guy was going to work effectively. It's just the fact that his cooldown was so high, and Zora was not boosted for the Blitz battle against the Straw Hats, so that was the big downfall of this unit. Still, though, a very useful unit. I've used him on a couple of different Colosseum bosses, and he's still very, very useful to have. And then we move on, we had Colosseum Inu and Colosseum Muck Vice, both very powerful units at the time of their release. And then we had the Straw Hat Blitz battle. That was a really interesting Suger Fest that came out. It was a very filler Suger Fest with the VV as well. We did a couple pulls. We ended up getting the Hyozo, and we also got Bartholomew Kuma. And then when we got the actual rewards, I actually ended up getting, I think it was 5 legend pulls I got. We got 3 new legends from 5 of the pulls. We ended up getting the brand new Whitebeard. So this was the very first unit that came out as a legend unit on One Piece Treasure Cruise, and it took me nearly 3 years to pull this unit, but I finally have him now. I haven't used him all that often. I've used him in a couple of different bosses in Colosseum, but still really nice to get my hands on this unit. We also got our hands on the legend Inuarashi, who honestly is a little bit power creep nowadays. His captain ability is a little lackluster. His special can add some decent damage to some of your teams, but overall, Legend Inu isn't really one of the best units right now. And also Blackbeard, still a decent unit that can just bypass mechanics in the game. Very useful unit. So yeah, we got all of those 3 units on the Blitz Battle rewards from the Blitz Battle Straw Hats. Straight into it. First one, it's a red, and it's gonna be a Whitebeard. Let's go! Finally! Yes! Finally, yes! Actually called it. Actually called it. That's insane. Finally, after so long, literally like 2.5, nearly 3 years into playing this game, finally pulled Whitebeard. There are a bunch of other good characters here. Timeskip Zoro, 6-star plus is really nice. You know, there's Blackbeard, Kizaru. Just hopefully it's not a dupe. Please not a dupe. Please. Please not a dupe. Yes, okay, Inu. Nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a new character. Not number one, like, you know, I wanted, but I will still take it. Definitely new character. Just not any one of those characters. Please, for the love of God. Please, for the love of God. Please! Yes! Okay, I'll take it. Blackbeard. Awesome. I actually really wanted this character. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Alright, I'll take it. No V2 Boa, unfortunately, but we'll have to wait into a future Sugo Fest for us to get it. Following that, we're going to move right along right now. Then we got the Fortnite Giola, and we got Colosseum Sicilian on Global as well. But yeah, we actually, yeah, okay, so we're taking our time right now. We haven't really got much through here. Raid Sanji came out, so this was around just before the anniversary came out for the 2018 anniversary on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. So Raid Sanji, very nice unit to have, and at the time was pretty easy to beat because we had, I think it was, no, we didn't have the ship to beat him yet. We didn't have the max special ship, but there was a really strong Aokiji striker team that I think I run. It was a Kuzan striker team. Beat it very, very quickly. And then we had the Colosseum Lucy and the Colosseum Kira. So at this point, we kind of like, it was pretty much confirmed that Lucy was going to be our anniversary unit, which was awesome to see. And then we also pulled Hody Jones from the secondary legend pack, or, you know, starter pack that came out on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global. What you guys got, but let's hope for Hody Jones or just something new, really. Let's see what we get. It's a red! It's a red! Okay, what's it gonna be? Come on, let's see. Hody. Yes! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Hody! Oh my god! And then starts the anniversary. We got Diamante, we got this new Int Perona that was available from the Usopp batch a very long time ago. We got our hands on also this unit who was available from the Usopp batch a long time ago, the Dex Jesus Burgess. We got our Legend NL from this Sugo Fest as well. This is all on part 1, day 1 of the Sugo Fest. We got Ideo, who was a unit that I didn't have for the longest time, one of the oldest rare recruits I didn't own at the time. We got our hands on Zoro, who recently got his 6+. He's an amazing character to have, really, really fun unit. And we also got our hands on the elusive Lucy, the Corridor Colosseum champion.
Oh my god, I still haven't even.
What the fuck?
Alright, let me sit back up.
Alright, my one. Oh, and no, yes, let's go!
Yes! Yes!
Woo!
Alright, I'm alive.
We out here, boys.
We're good, we're good, we're good.
Holy shit.
Woo! 2, 1, go! 1. 2.
Red.
Oh, 2, yes.
3,
6,
4,
7,
5,
8,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got one
Alright.
red.
I got 2.
You're the man this one.
Come on, let's go, boys. 1,200 viewers. What the fuck
Hello,
is
What's
going on?
on?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah,
Hello
welcome
there.
guys to the stream. Holy crap.
Okay, Todd, we both got a red on the second.
Go on, do it.
Zora, yes!
Sanji,
do-
Just for a second, I had to process what
Yeah.
I actually saw. Oh, I saw it. I'm like, yeah, wait, that's new. Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
I've got Sanji too.
Yeah.
I
Really?
think my other one was the 5th multi. The 5th
I don't
unit.
have him. Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, so far, this is
5-star
pretty good for
Kinemon. I
me.
didn't have him.
Yeah, I don't actually have him either. Alright, next one. Oh, yes! Oh! Yes! Yes! Let's fucking go! Let's go! Yes! Fuck yeah! Let's go! Fuck yeah!
Oh, is it the firing line?
Also, as a guaranteed unit, we also got the brand new 6+ lore as well, and then VV and Rogue were also available on, I think this was day 2 maybe, I think this might have been day 2, we got the new Barto on day 2, Dupe Lucy, which was the massive troll of that Suger Fest. This was still on day 2. Day 2 had the V2 Boa rate up, and I think I did 9 multis on day 2, and unfortunately we still didn't get V2 Boa at the time. And yeah, so then we got that, we got another Cavendish, and Bartolomeo. Now this one I did not pull. This was actually from the free legend selection. This was legitimately the only legend from the legend selection that I didn't have, so it just made a lot more sense. Just choose Barto, it was the only one I didn't have, so finally got our hands on the new Barto, and he should be getting his 6+ very, very soon on Global. Then we also got V2 Raid Doflamingo, who is definitely an interesting unit, but really not used all that much on Global. We've got to wait until we get a little bit more support for our Cerebral teams and our Driven teams for him to be really used all that much. And then we come to the Blitz Battle Doflamingo family pulls, where we got our hands on brand new Usopp 6+, and also Legend Usopp. Both of these Usopps are brand new units. We got them both on the same video, so we're gonna go ahead and show that one. That was a crazy set of Blitz Battle pulls I'm missing here. So we'll see what we get from our first Ultimate pull. It's gonna be low rate, or is it gonna be a stock standard? It's gonna be Usopp. All right, yes. All right, that's cool. That's definitely one of the ones I wanted. Definitely taking Usopp. All right, and I got. I think I got some books for him, so we can potentially skill him. Totally fine with that. Now the second one is gonna be a red, and it's gonna be another Usopp.
You even said
Yes.
you would be bad with 2 Usopps.
I would not. I'm completely fine with that. Hell yeah! But now I need another green skull. So I guess that's what the Dofi was there for, to actually go ahead and get a green skull for that Usopp. But that's awesome. Awesome. I'll take 2 brand new Usopps. After the Blitz battle had ended though, we then had done a little bit more pulls on the day 2 repeat, which came around on day 5 of the actual Sugo Fest, and we got our hands on the brand new legend Kizaru, so that was also very cool. I've actually used him a decent amount on slasher and shooter teams since I've pulled him, so yeah, that was a really good one to pull. Let's see what our Sugo Fest legend's gonna be. Kizaru, yes, that's new. I don't have this guy. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So worth. I'm completely fine with that. So worth it. Hell yeah, Kizaru. Nice. Oh, that's so good. I can't believe that we actually pulled a very fun unit to use. And also Gear 4 was also, I got to do time to get Luffy on that same video as well. So we were able to get our hands on Gear 4 as well. And then we move on now. We've got a couple of Fortnite units, and this was where the Soccer Book Island was available for the anniversary. So you were able to farm up all these soccer books, and as you can see, you know, we still haven't used all of them. So this is definitely a worthwhile farm to do. New Colosseum units. We've got Colosseum Dellinger, Colosseum Lao G, who are still like pretty bad units overall. And then we had the start of the Treasure Map Sugo Fest. We got our hands on the Treasure Map Zoro, and we got access to a brand new legend on the Treasure Map Sugo Fest, being Neko Mamushi Cat Viper. Alright. Oh, shit, what's it gonna be? Yes! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Holy shit! Yes! New legend! Oh my god! Holy shit! Yes! Alright, let's go, boys! Let's go! Alright, Neko Mamushi Cat Viper. At the same time, around about that time, we got access to General Frankie. So this was, I think, on this Suger Fest, we could actually super evolve our Frankie and our Hody and our Sengoku at that time. So because I remember I was using Hody 6+ on this guy, and that was pretty fun to use. Then we had the Treasure Mode Mihawk, of course. So these are the tablets and stuff. Treasure Mode Mihawk, good stuff. So now we're moving on to more recent stuff right now. Invasion Garp, also relatively recent as well. Neo, Akainu, Colosseum Rizo, of course, Colosseum Gin. Then we got the Tea Time units. I finally picked up the Wild Luffy, who was available at the race shop. Took me a long time to get that unit. Ichiji, which came around on the Judge Suger Fest. I think I actually pulled. I don't think I did any pulls on the Judge Suger Fest. I think this might have been from the treasure map. Yeah, I think this was the treasure map Suger, because we got Ichiji, we got a dupe Whitebeard, and then we also got our hands on the Point Booster Squad as well, and another Cavendish and a dupe Blackbeard, and we got some more Fortnite units, of course, and then we got another Zoro, which I don't remember pulling that Zoro anywhere. For some reason, we got just a dupe Zoro. Treasure Mode Whitebeard is here. I'm gonna start doing 4-star units of these treasure map units. I don't know, I just feel like having these for future events could be useful because their specials are very useful to have. Obviously the captain abilities are shit because you cannot limit break them at all, but I don't know, I feel like having a 4-star unit of the treasure map unit just for their special, wherever you can use it, could be useful in some certain circumstances. So they're not going to be using it that often, but if you do need that special for something, then it's useful, especially if you have a cost restriction. We got the treasure map Akainu as well, still good on the current treasure map as well, and Reiju, the Beiju, man, this is such a good unit. Dupe Doflamingo as well, dupe Stronglord Shanks. We also pulled the Leo as well. Leo was a relatively recent unit, along with the new Kizaru. Unfortunately, I had to use skill books on Leo to max him out, and we actually pulled the Kizaru at max special, so I really wish it was the other way around so I could have saved some skill books, but it is what it is. Not really much you can do about that. Neo Colosseum Kinemon was also a really solid unit. I use him relatively often as well. Raid Barto, one of the best raid units in the entire game. If you guys haven't farmed this unit, I 100% recommend it. He's a very solid unit. I think I used a Lucy team to farm him. Then we have Tea Time Brook as well. A couple of Evolver units. As we're getting to more recent stuff, a lot more Evolvers and Turtles are around here as well. And we have Neo Kuma. Neo Kuma, like, literally came out like last week. Moving on to more recent stuff now. Dupe Stronglord Shanks. And then, we finally did it. We finally did it. We pulled V2 Sai Boa Hancock. 2 back-to-back reds. Let's do it. Yes! Oh my god! Yes! 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 Finally! Yes! Finally! Oh my god! Finally! Finally! Oh! Finally! Oh my god! And also after that, we also got a couple of other units. Unfortunately, I didn't record anything past the 3rd multi-pull because I was actually out at the time and I decided to do pulls outside when I was with some friends. We ended up getting brand new Djembe, who is again one of the old legends in the game. Didn't have this unit, but I finally got him. Trying to work on all these character sockets right now. We got a dupe Neko, which is actually not too bad. I can use him unevolved for certain content with cost restrictions, so that's pretty nice. V2 Rayleigh, man, I was so excited to pull this unit. He's so fun to use, and I really cannot wait until we get the Robin batch on One Piece Treasure Cruise, so then we can actually utilize some really powerful cerebral teams. We also got the Bellamy, which is from the V2 Fuji batch. We got the 20th anniversary units. This Crocodile is amazing. I hadn't pulled him since the NL batch, so I'm really excited that I got this unit now as well. Legend Sanji, who is a unit that I don't really care too much about, but he is a new legend, so I'll definitely take it 100%. He's an awesome unit to have. And then we also got our hands on V1 Fujitora, who is also a very old legend that I didn't have either. So it's cool that I got some of those units as well as the brand new Treasure Map Robin and the Treasure Map Gladius. These characters are awesome. I love these 2 characters. They're really, really nice units. But other than that, that's pretty much it as we finish off with Treasure Map Cavendish. And, well, we actually did some pulls last night. If you guys have seen, like, literally my recent Suger Fest video, we got the Viola, and we also got our hands on Yonji as well, and a dupe Blackbeard. So, that's it. Like, that is literally the breakdown of my character box, and that's my journey from the start of Treasure Cruise until now. And lots of stuff has happened. and it's been a crazy journey. Once again, guys, I gotta thank you guys so much for putting in the support on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the really kind comments that you guys put in to the YouTube videos and everything like that. I do appreciate it, I really do. And it's been a crazy journey, and I really hope that, you know, we can get a few more years out of this Treasure Cruise journey, because I'm loving Treasure Cruise right now. And I really hope that it does continue along the same trend, because I'm having so much fun with it, and hopefully you guys are having fun with it as well. I really love Treasure Cruise, and I hope that you know, this can last for a decently long time. But that's gonna pretty much conclude this video, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy this breakdown. You know, what's in my box, pirate level 600 breakdown, you know, from literally the release of the game up until now. It's been a crazy journey along the way. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys have thought about this video. If you guys like this, maybe tell other people in the One Piece Treasure Cruise community to do the same thing. I would love to see some of their videos to see how they've gone from the start of their account or the start of the game up until now, because it is a very interesting journey to see how people's accounts have come along since then. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to smack the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.